So launching a YouTube channel and recording all those videos is easy, right? Just, bang out a video and publish it. Or is it? In this episode, I am basically going to look deep into the time it takes me to plan, edit, film, record, pre-schedule, promote and everything else, whilst also being a full-time mum and running a part-time job. So this is my time audit versus new YouTube channel needs. Hi solopreneurs, welcome back to another episode of McCall Media TV, whereby myself, Angela McCall, is taking you on a journey over the coming months to basically explore and see behind the scenes in real-time analysis what it takes me to launch this YouTube channel. Easier said than done, I think. And so with today's episode, we are looking at my time versus my needs of my new brand shiny sparkling new YouTube channel. And I have to say right now, my wants and desires and my expectations went right out the window. Okay, so obviously I am a new channel and any support that you can give me is greatly appreciated. And so don't forget to hit the subscribe button below, click the bell to stay notified as and when I publish my new videos, which is 3 times a week, Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, as you'll see in a second. I thought I was going to be delivering 5 videos a week because each of those videos would have been fantastic content, sitting out in the sea of YouTube, waiting for you, the viewer, to come along, take that bite and view my videos. And yeah, life hasn't really worked out that way, so much so that I've actually recorded this video now 4 times, I think it is. Today is Wednesday the 4th of March. I had this big grand design in my head of being able to batch film all of these things. So I took a time off about 2 weeks ago in the school half term and I delivered the content and I wasn't happy with it, mainly because I was also quite fresh and green off the starting line with my channel, but I wasn't happy, so I scrapped it. And then my time commitments changed as I started to edit and realised just how much I had not planned the time investment needed, and I'd been completely underestimating the commitment. And so here I am. Essentially, this might only be the 3rd video that you guys are seeing, but for me it's something like video number 20. I have done so many of these videos on different subjects that I've completely scrapped, but it's all been a learning curve, and it does mean that I can sit here right now, hand on heart, and explain to you how my time and an audit of my time and my family commitments and being mum and doing a part-time job have affected how I then structure and plan out my YouTube channel. And I have to tell you right now, the biggest takeaway, if there's anything else that you do from taking and watching this video today, is double the time on everything that you think it's going to take, especially for the first maybe 6 weeks of your YouTube adventures, because I thought I was being generous, and as it turns out, I wasn't even getting close to halfway through my time allocation, and things have gone drastically different to what I thought it was going to happen. So let's quickly jump on the computer behind me and take a look. Okay, so the first thing I did in order to tackle this problem was basically put all of my own life commitments, things I have to do to function and operate in my role as a mum, in my role as a homeowner, an employee of another business, and that kind of thing. So I've put all my commitments both on a weekly, monthly, obviously yearly, annual basis. I've put things like birthdays into the calendar, public holidays. I have put obviously Christmas, family vacation time, all of those kind of things, because those are commitments that I need to do as a person to function, which means I then have to build my business YouTube channel and everything else that I want to do around those things, because without those things happening, I'll get stressed, my family will get annoyed with me, and life will just cease to exist properly, and it'll all be just turmoil. So looking at my calendar here, I basically have just put things into straightforward categories. I have started off by putting my work commitment in there. I do a 25-hour working week at a local company. I have basically put in the time that I wake up. So basically my commitments, I try and give myself every Tuesday, I'm either meeting my accountant, doing my nails, doing some sort of commitment for my business. That's just sort of like a little thing that I have to find time for myself. I also run, or I'm definitely not running as much as I want to at the moment, but that needs to be something that I'll address in due course, which I will do, but I've obviously booked in a little time for myself there as well. Then obviously I have to pick up the kids from school. I've got swimming lessons on Monday afternoons, and so what I've also made sure I've done is put in a house hour. Now the reason I've done that sort of Tuesday through to Friday is because I'm one of those people, sort of tidy house, tidy mind kind of concept. Not that you'll actually believe me if you saw the state of my house right now, but essentially I can't function in here properly the way I need to if I want to go and make a coffee just to sit and relax and I have to do the washing up first. I try very hard to be structured in my home environment. Then obviously I've got to feed little people and myself, so I've got a dinner hour in there, and obviously while I'm doing the house hour and things like that, I'm talking to my kids, I'm watching the TV with them, I'm doing things that basically involves like sort of interaction and mum duties. If what I've said so far does make sense, please do give me a big time audit in the video comments below, just to sort of give me a bit of feedback to see that I'm on the right track with what I'm delivering. I have deliberately left my weekends as free as possible. Because I'm generally going to have my girls around and I don't want to ignore them, which generally is happening and has been happening for the last 2 months, so I'm already getting huge amounts of mum guilt right now. So I want to be able to spend some time with my girls at the weekends, but I also want to have a buffer or a catch up, because if I have done a video that just isn't sitting with me, or maybe I've got a cold and I'm not that particularly well and I really don't want to sit down at 6 o'clock in an evening and start editing a video, I want to be able to have a little bit of a buffer time at the weekend that I can catch up on. So this basically leaves me with the following yellow sections for my business operations. So I start work at 9:30 3 mornings a week, which by the time I've taken the girls to breakfast club, dropped them off, I'm generally at home by 8 o'clock. That gives me a 5-10 minute window to put some makeup on, make myself a cup of coffee, and then I am spending about 10-15 minutes just familiarising my head with what it is that I want to talk about in today's episode, and then I'm doing my little plan of attack, the key points. By 8:32 in the morning, I'm ready to film. I then give myself half an hour filming window of opportunity there. So with that half an hour, I basically split that into 2 sections. I do the on-screen with my OBS software monitor, talking to the computer screen and the camera like I am doing right now, and then afterwards I do the sort of what I call like the Buffy stuff that goes around it, so the welcome, the intros, the subscribe to, your links and all that kind of jazz, the things that have to then obviously sort of wrap around my content on my video. So that's sort of the before, or the content section, and the wrapping section. There you go, I've named my sections. That will help me in the future as well. That's the theory. However, realistically, along with that theory, I thought it was only going to take me about 3 hours, which is where I've got my plan scheduled, as you can see now. So 3 hours of film in the morning, do my life, come back in the evening, feed the kids, sit down, 3 hours of editing on a Monday, Wednesday and Friday. Right now, realistically, I don't know if it's because I'm a perfectionist or a control freak, or I'm just starting out, so I haven't really got a well-oiled machine in operation yet. My video editing is taking me between 5 and 6 hours, I kid you not. And that's for like a 10-15 minute video. And in fact, if I'm totally honest with you, this content right now, this is the 4th or 5th time I've actually filmed this subject matter, purely because my life has changed so much in 2 weeks, when I was trying to pre-record, batch film, and then just scrapping it because I wasn't comfortable with the delivery, wasn't comfortable with how things were going, and then I'm telling you XYZ and it's already changing for me. I thought I was being generous with the 3 hours. Realistically, I was not even 50% the way there. So I am pretty confident, by the way, that it is going to get quicker, but right now, week 1, it's definitely not working out that way at the moment. But anyway, So essentially the idea was I was going to do my editing, then I was going to do my publication tasks, such as sort of my social media pins that I'm going to put out, and sort of schedule those with Buffer, which kind of I am doing as I go along, but again, it's not quite the fine-tuned vision of processes that I thought it was going to be. And then basically on a Monday evening, I'm going to work out what it is I need to do for next week. So I'm in the hustle right now for, say, week 1, but I'm already in week 1 planning week 2, so I've got that content starting to float around in the back of my head. And the reason I'm doing that as well is so that I know what subjects I'm doing, because my mind will, when I'm at work, sitting in the car outside the school, my mind will be working over, and I can start making myself notes on things that I need to know, I've had to go look for, you're going to need to know it, or questions that I think I've seen pop up in forums and that kind of thing. So I will already start now thinking about next week content on a very light basis, in order to make sure I've got the right delivery of information to you guys on those videos when I get round to them. And then right at the very end, on a Tuesday evening, the idea was I was going to spend just a couple of hours tidying up my business admin. Things like clearing out my Outlook, making sure I've filed all my emails that I need to do, I've listed all my accounts, and that kind of thing. Realistically, at the moment, that's not happening at all. I am kind of dotting in and doing it, but I am literally on week 1, so I haven't got huge volumes to worry about. And I'm hoping that as I streamline my editing, my time will be freed up a little bit, so it'll be coming back from 6 to 3 hours. That will free up some time, and then that time can be reinvested into these type of tasks. So my entire week has been built around a 35-hour working week for YouTube. It is something that I am not going to be able to consistently keep up with unless something else in my life gives, which I am hoping obviously to do, which is why I've also given myself this goal focus of trying to deliver my YouTube channel from naught to established or monetized, that first major hurdle before the school summer holidays, so that I can reassess how I'm going to approach life as the year ticks on. So realistically, this to me is no more than 8, 9, 10 months worth of plan of attack, depending on how quick I can actually monetize my channel and get my channel paying for all my products and services, and basically replace my part-time income, and I'll be able to move on, de-stress, gain some more time and quality life back, and hopefully things will simmer. Thanks very much for watching. That's it for me today. So I hope you found this content really, really useful in your own YouTube endeavours. Do hit the subscribe button, stay notified, put your comments below, give me a thumbs up if you like my content, so I've got some idea of how I'm doing, and I wish you all the best on your own adventures. Until I see you next time, take care guys, bye bye for now. And my expectations went right out the window. Actually, I should go that way, my window's there.